You people need to try this. Donuts with white chocolate sauce, but they're made with mashed potatoes. Girls, enjoy the sugar rush. So made with mashed potato. Yeah, honestly. Right people, I'm back on the stall, on the streets of Portobello Road. I'm doing another mashup with them lovely people from Mash Direct, and I found a great way to use their mashed potato in donuts. I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? So, first up, buttermilk and yeast. So we're going to start with 250 mils of buttermilk and 4 grams of fast-activating yeast. Okay, so we stir that into warm buttermilk, and we're doing that because we need the yeast to activate the dough and to give it that rise so the donuts are nice and fluffy. When you add this in, the buttermilk will appear to curdle. That's absolutely fine. Next up, the mashed potato. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's weird. You don't put mashed potato in donuts. You do. It's actually quite traditional, and it adds a really fluffiness. Now, Mash Direct's mashed potato in this particular recipe works really well because they use Maris Piper, which has got a great structure to it. It adds a fluffiness to the donut, gives it great body, and it's going to taste super delicious. So, we want 250 grams into a bowl. Okay, just spread out your mashed potato, and then we want 2 eggs, 250 grams of golden caster sugar, bosh that in, give that a mix, and then I want 50 grams of melted butter. Now, you've mixed all those ingredients together and you can see the glutinous nature of that mixture, and that's the potato that's going to give it the body. And you can see that it's got ribbons in there, and that's what's going to give it that nice body. 500 grams of flour, drop that in. Okay, now we're going to get our buttermilk in. So, and this is tepid, it's not warm. Then 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and then you want 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And then finally, we're gonna put 25 grams of matcha powder. Matcha powder is a green tea. It's really good for you. It's actually quite high in caffeine, and it's flipping delicious. Drop that in. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Right, now it takes a bit of time for it all to come together. Don't worry about it, just keep working it and working it and working it. And what you'll see is that it activates the matcha, and the matcha goes through the whole dough and it turns green. Now look at this beauty. Just look how much colour it's taken on. We're gonna turn that out, and then we're gonna start rolling it out and getting it into the donuts. So we're just gonna put a bit of flour out so the dough doesn't stick to the surface. And then we're just going to turn the dough out onto it. You might need to loosen it a little bit. It may have stuck to the bottom. That's absolutely fine. Okay, then get a little bit of flour onto your rolling pin and just start rolling out the dough. Okay, now we're going to cut our dough into 4. I've taken one of those quarters, and I'm now going to roll that out for my donuts. Now, it's a bit of a miserable day on the streets of London, and that's affected the prove of the dough. If you look at it, it doesn't bounce back. You do this in your kitchen at home at room temperature, and it's going to prove a lot more, and you'll get a far more significant bounce back. So, I'm going to roll these quite thin, but you at home roll them to about 1 centimetre in thickness. Okay, now we're moving over to the donut cutter. So, first off, make sure that you get a load of flour and just put that all over your cutter so it doesn't stick to the dough when it goes through and you get a clean cut. Then put it on, push through, and that will start making the donuts. Now it's nearly time to fry the donuts. So I've got these little diddy inner bits. These are great as donuts as well, and I'm going to drop them into the oil to check that the temperature is right. The right temperature is 190 degrees Celsius. And what will happen is, as you drop them in, they'll start fizzing immediately. Okay, that looks great. Let's get them in. Right, I'm sheltering the fryer from the rain, and the wind, so that the heat source has a current and consistent heat, and that rain doesn't go into the top of the fryer. You will not have to do this at home because you were clever enough to cook in the kitchen at home. Somebody stupid decided to cook on the streets. Putting the bowl on top because it's so cold. Now we're gonna get the topping ready. Two things. First one is white chocolate into a bain-marie. We're gonna melt it down. So just smash it into little bits and then drop it into your bain-marie. Okay, so that white chocolate's nice and drizzly. So basically get your donuts and dunk them into the white chocolate. And cover them in that healthy white chocolate love. And then I'm just going to attack some pistachio nuts in a pestle and mortar. We're going to top the donuts with them. Look at that little beauty. What a thing of beauty. Now, go on. I should have a bite. Okay. Oh, mate. Look at the matcha happiness in there. And then the white chocolate with the pistachios. Oh, that's gotta be worth $1.50. Let's take it to the streets. A Portobello Road Market, that's not. Let me just eat them. They're far better just for me. No, okay. Let's take them to the streets and see what people will pay. Okay. Oh, sorry, look. Hello, girls.
Hello.
How you doing? Right. Are you ready? Do you eat donuts? Yeah. I'm not saying anything. All right, just, right, come in a little bit closer. So I'm the food busker. I cook on the street. People try my food and then they tell me what they think it's worth. Okay. Take a donut each. Okay, you take the other one. Right, big bites, yeah?
Big bites.
Yeah, you don't mess around. What's it saying? Is it tasty? Is it delicious, yeah? What's it saying to you?
It's good.
It's good, yeah? What do you think one donut is worth?
$2.50.
$2.50?
$2.99.
$2.99. Girls, enjoy the sugar rush. See you later. Come on. Do you want to try?
Yeah,
come on. Bite. Come on. You take a bite.
If we die, we die.
Tasty?
It's very good.
It's good?
Yeah.
How much for one?
£1.80.
£1.80, okay. You like it? £1.80 as well? So made with mashed potato.
Mash?
Yeah, honestly. Try it. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah? And you wouldn't expect it to be made with mash, would you?
No, why is it green?
So that's got matcha green tea in it. Now, what would you pay for one?
I've got like 160.
160, obviously. I know you don't believe me, but they're made with mashed potato and they taste delicious. You've got to try it. And let me know in the comment box below what you would have paid for these bad boys. Increase the peace, share the videos, subscribe to the channel and spread the love.